as for the other creative idea that we have implemented is simple procedural triangle mesh generation. So we've worked on two patterns on paper and we have implemented it in the code, and they're manifested by drawShape1 and drawShape2 buttons functions. If we go ahead and in the input field of drawShape1 enter in the triangle count, we can go ahead and enter 3, and in the sub triangle count, if we go ahead and just enter a large value like 10 and click on drawShape1, what will happen is that 3 very big triangles will be created, and that acts as the base of 10 triangles on top of each one of those triangles. So in total there are 30 small triangles and 3 large triangles, and that's what the sub triangle count represents. So if we go ahead and try out drawShape2's input field, by simply leaving it empty, it is defaulted as 0, and that simply draws, if we enlarge it, that simply draws a single triangle. But if we go ahead and enter a value like 5, we can see that, let me increase the size again, we can see that it has created a little more complicated shape that is still a triangle in its overall shape, but it has many, it's made out of many more triangles, and it has many missing triangles in its area as well. If we go ahead and enter a really large value, we can see that just a bit more clearly. So because this triangle is drawn completely below the 0, 0, 0 world point, it is situated below its actual game object and whatnot, which is why it's appearing to be below its original course, but it's actually still along the same axis. So if we slow this down a bit and go ahead and increase its size, right there. Why don't we just get it to sit still completely? If we zoom in, we can see that it has many missing triangles, and by using a simple arithmetic pattern we have created by with various functions, ways to generate larger, more complicated shapes using simple patterns that that one would normally use to draw smaller shapes. And the draw shape 3 button, which doesn't have an input field, simply draws both shapes together following the same input of drawShape1 and drawShape2. Yep, so that concludes our demonstration video.